everybody, welcome to Nelly's African Kitchen. Hey, I got a lot of people asking me about the stir-fried kales that I made a few times ago. So I decided today, not only am I gonna be doing cooking, stir-frying the kales, but I always like adding kales and spinach sometimes together. Yeah, you might ask why I do that. Well, some people love kales, but some people say that kales are a little bit tough. So with me, I've realized adding kales and spinach sometimes together and you stir fry, you kind of get a little bit of everything. So the kale, kind of the toughness of the kale isn't that tough because there's the smooth spinach taste of it that really blends well together. So I'm gonna be doing today, I will be cutting, I've washed my kales ready here. I'm gonna be cutting them. Normally I just use, cutting into small pieces. And then I'm gonna be doing my spinach here. With my case, I have a big family, so I will go with a lot. But normally, you can get like a handful of kales and a handful of spinach, and you do it together. So just look at what I'm starting now. It's very, very easy, by the way. If I can see the camera very close here on the onions. I like browning my kale, my onions a little bit more because I always like that smell of the onions a lot. If you don't like it very brown, that's fine. You can just make it like a tiny bit of golden brown. And then one thing I like doing also is I use curry powder. I put a little bit of it, just a little bit. It's just the smell, the good smell, the aroma. Another thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut a few, tomatoes and throw in here. I'm gonna reduce the heat a little bit, but I'm gonna reduce the heat a little bit. So I'm gonna let the tomatoes just simmer down a little bit. Then after that, I will put the kales. I have to start with the kales first before the spinach because the kales take a little bit longer to cook because it's tougher than the spinach. Then I'll come back and show you what happens. Yeah, I'm very old school. I'm still cutting my vegetables the old school. This is how I grew up cutting my vegetables very manually. So they say you can take a girl from the village, but you can't take the village out of the girl. So if you have any shredder to cut the vegetables, go ahead and do it. I'm just used like that. So that's the sizes. I like them a little bit tiny so that it can cook very nicely. There you go. I have all my kales ready there. Then I'll put a little bit of the garlic salt, just a little bit. And I'll put a little bit of bouillon. I use either chicken or beef bouillon. I'll put a little bit. It's on a cube, so I try to crush it around. So be very careful you don't put a lot, because if you put both salt and the bouillon, it can really be very, very, very salty. So I'm putting 2 since I have a lot of vegetables. Otherwise, so you see it's simmering here. So that color is starting to come out here. So you see my kales is looking so yummy already there. Remember I put onions, tomatoes, I put garlic salt a little bit, bouillon and curry powder, just a little bit of each one of them. Now I'm gonna put my spinach on it. And let me tell you, spinach and kale already, they are very, very healthy. So you're really having like a double healthiness here. So you will never have more than enough. It's never too much when you're having too much vitamins and calcium and iron, especially. Spinach has a lot of iron. So if you have any, iron deficiency or you just need it, this is the best to go for. So, and with sukuma, I call it sukuma, that is the African way, the Kenyan way. Sukuma is called, is kale. So sometimes I forget and I go to my mother tongue a little bit. So what we're gonna do is spinach. We don't want spinach to be too cooked. Personally, I don't eat a lot of raw vegetables. I like cooking a lot of raw vegetables, and it's very typical in Africans. Most of the time, we like our vegetables to be cooked. But of course, when I cook them too, I don't want them to be overcooked. So this one will be just quick to go now. So there you go. So here you are. You got your kales, star kales, tomatoes inside with the spinach together. And let me tell you, that combination, it's good. It's easy to cook. Let me serve a little bit and taste it. Hey, my kale and my spinach stir fry is ready to eat, and trust me, I can't wait. There you go. I'm so hungry here. Oh my goodness, can't wait. So, perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm feeling the kale. There's the toughness of the kale, then there's the smoothness of the spinach. They are all blended together and they really taste good. Plus, normally I love eating meat a lot, but I just started exercising recently, trying to, just lose some weight a little bit. So I'm staying away from meat just a little bit. So I'm trying to have the gluten-free. Not all the time though, because I can't survive with gluten-free only. But once in a while, I try to cheat myself from the meat and gluten food. So I've been trying to kind of mix up a little bit. So today I'm eating ugali. Ugali is cornmeal. If you see one of my videos, I have the ugali there. So it's very filling, very quickly. So that really helps. It makes you, not crave for other things during the day. But also, between the kale spinach and the ugali, that's pretty much a very, very healthy combination, but also it's very filling and it's a good dinner. So I hope you enjoy it just like I do, and looking forward for cooking more food with you guys. God bless you and God bless America. Bye-bye.